All right, now take a look at what I have here. I have a list of, I don't know, can you see my mouse? You can. Look, I'm going to have to look at multiple places, so forgive me for this. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is very small on my screen, so I can't see it very well because what? Presbyopia. My eyeballs are getting old. But what we have are a series of what is that? 6, 9 critters across the top of the screen and in a certain order. And we're going to go through and we're going to classify each group of critters that we see. And I've got all the categories here on the side. So there are 9 categories, and your job, and you're going to want to push pause on this to do the task. Your job is to figure out which one of these classification groups describes every single critter up here in the top line. And if you go ahead and push pause and look at it. And then when you come back, because now you're back because you pushed pause because you did what I asked you to do, what is the classification that all of these things are? And we'll grab that orange box that is the correct label for all of those things. And you know what you're guessing. And now let's see what the correct answer is. All of those are eukaryotes. Those are in the domain Eukarya. That works, right? You can imagine all of those things, plants, bugs, fish, bunnies, and dogs, all of them are in the same domain. Then I'm going to move those down to the bottom so that you can see the domain includes everybody. And now I'm leaving out the plant. I left the plant at the bottom and now I just have an insect. So what is the classification of everybody who's left at the top here? And you can do this either by reading it through and being like, well, I think all those things are, or you can go, King Philip came over, so it's got to be a kingdom, right? What is it? Kingdom Animalia. All of those things are animals, which I'm sorry, if you ever want to do animal diversity, take a zoology class because it's so freaking cool how diverse animals are. And that's just animals. That doesn't include plants and fungi and bacteria. Oh, the world is fabulous. Okay, let's move our kingdom of critters down. How do you feel about this? So now who's left? And how are we going to classify? What do all of those things have in common? King Philip, phylum, the phylum is Chordata. All of those they have backbones. That's the characteristic of chordates. No need to memorize anything right now. You're just seeing the patterns. Let's move those down. Now we got rid of the fish. And now we have, look at all these little furry things. All of these have fur. What class do you think they're in? Those are all mammals. And if we get rid of the bunny, what's after class? King Philip came over. Order. Order is next. These are all, oh, this is that thing that I said. I said, are they all carnivores? I couldn't remember what it is, but look, the cat is included with all of those dog things because they're all carnivores in the order Carnivora. So what comes next? What would you think if we got rid of the cat and now we just have foxes? Foxes and jackals. What? That's interesting. That the fox, let's see who it is. These are what? Canidae. Interesting. The fox is a canid, but the fox isn't in the genus Canis because we'll get rid of the fox and now all of these things are in the same genus. A jackal, a wolf, and a dog have the same genus. And this is where it gets interesting because we're actually calling the wolf and the dog, they're the same species. They could, which, oh my gosh, what is a species? That's the next thing we're going to define. because they're considered the same species. We'll talk about why. And we have a subspecies of the dog. And we went through the whole thing, and you get a sense of how the organization happens. But let's talk about what exactly is a species.